Hey guys, and welcome back to another Trove character spotlight. Today I'm going to be doing the Dracolyte. This video has been, oh god, I've got people joining me. Fair enough. This video has been a long time coming, which I apologise for. There have been some IRL things that have been going on recently, especially with college as the first term is ending. So it's been a little tough to even live stream, which is actually easier for me than to make a video. So if I'm a little slow on the uploads these days, give me a little bit of a break if you don't mind. So the Dracolyte, let's start off by looking at his skills. Ooh, someone just dropped an item for me by the looks. So, as always, the Dracolyte has 4 skills, 1 passive, 2 actives, and an ultimate. The passive is that you can run swiftly through lava without being harmed much. They changed this. When I started playing the Dracolyte, it said run swiftly through lava without being harmed at all. What happens is you can stand in lava all you want and you don't get damaged for it. However, you do get set on fire. If you get set on fire, it counts as damage. It does not stop fire damage. I did not understand this at the start and kept dying because I was jumping in lava and wondering why the hell am I dying. Lava sets you on fire, you still take fire damage. That's as simple as it gets. Then your mouse 2 ability, which is down here, M2, Spitfire. Your familiar spits a fireball if he is charged up enough. You can see my familiar is charged up here. He's got like fire all around him. And if I just press mouse 2 in, say, that direction, he spits a nice little fireball. And he also goes down. He puffs up like a big ball, and he's all nice and charged. He charges up quite fast. He charges up as you fight mobs, and it takes about 2-3 seconds for him to charge up. That means every 2 or 3 seconds you can spit a high damage fireball at an enemy. Then at level 3, I apologize. At level 3 you get Burnt Offering. This throws a dragon idol that must be hit 4 times to detonate. This is basically a bomb. If I just plant one on the floor here, you can see it's a bomb. If I hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, and it blows up. Does a moderate amount of damage. Very, very good AoE. Probably one of the best AoE abilities in the entire game. Extremely good for boss battles, because the bosses always summon the allies to fight, like their own like little pets to fight with them. So that's always good for them. It usually gets rid of them after 1 or 2 bombs, and you can continue on then fighting the boss. At level 5, you get your ultimate, Avatar of Flame, transforming into a living embodiment of draconic fury. You can probably guess what this is. Press number 2, and I turned into a dragon. A very, very ugly looking dragon. Oh well. I love how your familiar is like in your hand though. It's quite funny. And I find this lasts for an interesting amount of time. I think if you're fighting, it seems to last a lot longer than if you are not. I don't know if it's programmed that way, but hey. So as usual, I go on to, sorry, voice crack. I go on to talk about how each character fits a particular role within Trove. That Trove is an MMORPG, or an MMORPG. And within MMORPGs, every character or skill tree fits into a particular role. So, World of Warcraft, for example, is really simple with this, as supports are usually called supports. I'm just going to recharge my flasks a minute. Yes, your supports are usually called your supports. So, in Trove, you don't have that. You have you can see that the fire did half his health and damage there. I should also mention that I'm in a mastery world right now, which means that it's level 8 to 9 mobs. I'm level 11, as you can see at the bottom of my screen. The reason for that is because it's easier to do the character spotlights on a lower level world. Anyways, so where does the Dracolyte fit into Trove in terms of roles? So, as I've mentioned before, the 2 basic roles, the Knight and the Gunslinger. The Gunslinger is the basic DPS unit, and the Knight is the tank. He is the only tank in the game currently. Actually, that might be false with the new... Nope, not that one. They recently added the Candy Barbarian. So, yeah, he might be a better tank than the knight, which would be a nice addition to the game. So yeah, you've got them in the game. That's all. I'm fine with where their roles are in the game currently. Then you have the Dracolyte, the Fey Trickster. I'm trying to find a dungeon here. I'm not having much luck. People have been through this area. I guess I'll just have to run across here for a moment. I'll keep talking. Yes, the Dracolyte, the Ninja, and the Fey Trickster. Now, all of these are an upgrade to the Gunslinger class. The Gunslinger does a high amount of DPS, so does the Fey Trickster, as long as you do not get hit. And the Neon Ninja, again, as long as you do not get hit. Difference between the Fey Trickster and the Ninja, by the way, is that the Fey Trickster has a passive ability that makes you attack extremely hard if you don't take damage, whereas the Ninja has very low amount of health but can attack really quickly. The Dracolyte focuses mainly on AoE DPS, though. This is something that is not in Trove. This is the only character who he mainly focuses on AoE DPS. I wouldn't say it's the only character to do it, but he does focus on it a lot more than the other characters that are currently within Trove. Again, I can't speak for the Barbarian. He's new to the game, and I have not yet played him. As soon as I get to play him, I will get a spotlight out on him again. So yeah, the Dracolyte focuses on AoE abilities mainly. The Gunslinger does have an AoE ability. Oh, here we go. But it isn't anywhere near as damaging as... Sorry, the Fey Trickster has a bomb ability, a AoE ability. But it's nowhere near as damaging as the Dracolyte's bomb. Like, the Dracolyte's bomb does an extreme amount of damage for all it is, sort of thing. You place it down and then you wait. You can trigger it with almost whenever you want. The Fey Trickster does not do this, and the reason I'm comparing it to the Fey Trickster is because the Fey Trickster is most like this class. Not completely like it, but it's the most like it. So yeah, the AoE is extremely good. I don't doubt the AoE potential of this character at all. Am I really going to have to dig into this? Oh, I might not have to, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Okay, guys, I will be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. I figured I'd show you the AoE ability of the... You can see just how much damage that does to a big group of enemies, and it's really nice to have this kind of character in Trove, especially if you're doing the Shadow Arena. A big clump of enemies just gets obliterated, and I mean obliterated. Hopefully I can... Oh, that wasn't a boss? Okay, I thought that might have been a boss, but it wasn't. I'm just going to run through this quickly. So yeah, it's nice to have the Dracolyte in Trove. It's a nice addition to the game. It does fit into the game, which is quite nice. Oh, I could show off the lava thing here. So if I walk in lava, I can walk in lava all I want. But if I get out of it, I'm on fire. And it's the fire damage that damages me. It's not the actual lava. I can walk in lava all I want, but the fire I get from that causes a load of problems, basically. It's good for rooms like this where the monsters are quite obviously going to fall into the lava at some point, so you can just jump in and dispatch them quite easily. I think some just fell into there then, so we'll have to go get them in a second. Do I think the Dracolyte is worth the money and the time and the effort to get? And the answer for that is yes. The Dracolyte is an extremely versatile class. It does enough damage to easily be a solo class. It also does enough AoE to be an excellent support within a group of people. Again, one of the things is the bosses and the Shadow Arena. In Shadow Arena, AoE is excellent. Like, it is probably one of the greatest strengths you can have within a team of people. I can show you the boss battle now, and I can show you the mechanic with this. If he can summon, he summoned his own familiars, and if I can get them over here and blow them up, and the familiars have like almost the same amount of health as the normal spawning spiders would, so a few bombs dispatch them quite quickly. And then when you're in dragon form, you're very tanky, but you also deal out a lot of damage, so I could just stand there and just take all of the damage he was dishing out on me. What the fudge? Thanks. Something happened there. Yeah, the Dracolyte is extremely worth it. If you play with friends, I would recommend this class, especially. Again, playing with friends, the Dracolyte allows a big group to conquer dungeons extremely quickly. The damage is outrageous, if I'm quite honest. Solo, you can destroy most dungeons pretty quickly at low levels. I've never had a problem with that. Health factor has always been something I've focused on in these videos, where I've said about there's the Neon Ninja, for example. I was commented on that I don't play the Neon Ninja well, and I did say within my Neon Ninja video that I do not know how to play this class, but it just seems that this class was not balanced as well, where the Dracolyte anyone can play, and it just does a ridiculous amount of damage. As it was on about the health factor, with the Neon Ninja, I said that the Neon Ninja just doesn't have the health to compensate for the damage. The Dracolyte does. Like, the Dracolyte keeps the same health as the Gunslinger, and for those of you who know, the Gunslinger has a lot more health than the Fey Trickster. The Fey Trickster kind of has the damage output to consider the whole gimmick of not being hit, so that's always nice. I like how the dragon puffs up, by the way. So, just to conclude, do I think the Dracolyte is worth the time and effort to get the 5,000 coins, which isn't a lot, but is it worth the time and effort to get the 5,000 coins to buy it? Yes. Which order would I recommend you buy the Dracolyte? Probably first, actually. I would have said the Fey Trickster beforehand, but the Dracolyte is so much fun, and I've really enjoyed using this class. In fact, at the moment, it's my main class until I get my Fey Trickster. So, yeah. If you want to catch me on my Twitch streams, I'll be streaming a lot more of the Dracolyte until I get the Fey Trickster. Unfortunately, I'm going to be getting the Barbarian first, which, well, it's unfortunately for me, it's good for you guys. So keep an eye out for that on my channel as well soon. Also, thumbs up the video for 60 FPS. It's bloody difficult to record 60 in OBS for some reason. I don't know why. OBS just doesn't like to record at 60 FPS. You can see Trove at the moment is running at 40 frames. I don't know why. I cannot make Trove run at 60 while recording for whatever reason. But we'll just go for it. Anyways, guys, I've been Phoenix Cypher. I've been your host. I hope you've enjoyed this Trove character spotlight on the Dracolyte class. And I will see you guys next time for the Candy Barbarian. Adios, mi amigos.
Go.